Good morning, Stampers. It is Tammy with Stamp and Scrap Tammy. I will be with you in just a minute. Okay. Looks like we're all in the right spot. So hello, everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous day. My day has already been really getting going. I wasn't sure if I was going to be quite on time. Brody had a doctor's appointment this morning, and it's just a busy day for us. I have one this afternoon. Allison has math today. It's just regular checkups. Nothing is wrong. It's just we had gotten letters back in January that we were all due for like our regular physicals and hadn't gotten in, and then we got a second letter, so I thought, well, I better make these appointments, and I made them for today. So anyways, that's what we're up to today, and yeah, so I hope everybody is also having a great day. Like I said, I've already been out and about today, although I had only have 1 cup of coffee before we left, and then of course you can't bring anything in, so I'm still sipping on my coffee today. Let's see, what are we going to talk about today? I have an awesome card to share using, let's see, it's called the Playful Alphabet. I'm using the die cuts. I'm actually not even using any of the stamps today. I'm going to do a stamping in the inside, I think, of the card, but on the outside it doesn't, so I'm going to show you those letters. They're so fun. And then I guess I could move out of the way a little bit. A couple things I'm working on is organizing cards. So of course my card display is on the wall there. And then I got this new stand-up one. I got it a while back, but I'm just getting it filled in. So on half of it, I have completed cards. And then the other half, I have 1 completed card and then 4 card setups. So that's something I'm looking to add in as an option of, like you'd be able to pick one of those for free with an order. That's not quite ready to go, but that's kind of been my project lately. And let's see. So that being said, this month's order special now is switching starting today. So any orders placed yesterday and before, you're going to get that note card kit sent to you. I have those ready to go out. Some I just sent out yesterday. So if you're waiting on that, it is on the way for you. Or if you are signed up for next week's BOGO sale here, I'm going to just give it to you then to save on the shipping. But what is going to be the special now for the next, the rest of the month, so the end of the month here, that now until, let's see, it'd be the 31st, is any order that is $50, I'm going to send you 10 cards. So 10 completed cards, including envelopes. It'll all be new current cards, and so it'll give you some really great samples. And if I see on your order a stamp that I have that I've made a card with, I will definitely send you that one so that you have a sample of a card to make. So that's just what I'm going to do now. I've never done that one before, so I think it's just something fun and new. So you will be able to have those cards to use as samples, or you can send them out. If you do craft fairs, you could sell them. So it'll be up to you, whatever you choose to do with them. They will be all yours. Let's see, that's using the host code. I'll show you that when we go down. And then one of the cards I'm going to share today is for this week's, or this month's all occasions card class. And I'm going to extend that, so you'll be able to order that one through the weekend, because it's just, after I finish designing it, it is just such an awesome class that I will share with you what's included in that class if you'd still like to take advantage of it, because it is just, I don't know, I think it's my favorite one I have done in quite some time. Of course I like them all, but this one is just really my style, bright, fun colors, and there'll also be a little short video that'll go with that too, so if you're interested. All right, so I think it's time to turn this around and get started in the projects. And of course, drink just a little bit more coffee before I do so. Okay, here we go. So hello to those that are watching. I can see now a few of it. So make sure you do say hello if you are here. I would love to hear from you. Maybe see what you're up to today. It's beautiful here today. It was so hot there for a while. Now it is just a gorgeous day. I think it was only like 65 out and it's sunny. All right. So here's the current host code to use. And again, so 10 free cards will be sent to you. And then also Stampin' Up! Has a $5 coupon. So if you spend $50, Stampin' Up! Is going to send you a coupon code that you can use in August. So just be sure that you have a current email address that you would be able to get that coupon code and then hold on to it. And I'm just sorry I'm taking so long here. I'm just logging in on my computer. I realized I didn't have it where I could see. So good morning, Burdell in Georgia. Looks like we have Barb. So hello to all of you. And Connie, hello. Oh, I like what Heather Fisher's doing. Heather, I'm going to show you her card here in just a second. She's going to go pick some vegetables. My picking vegetables, Heather, is going to the farmer's market. And so that is something I'm going to do this week to get my cucumbers. All right, so here we go. Current host code. I'm going to move that aside. And I want to share with you, we had our team social the other night, and I have some beautiful swap cards to share. And so this one here is from Ginger McCollum. Isn't that just great? This one I used earlier, and that is my favorite paper. So thank you, Ginger, for that one. Looks like, and then Connie is loading grain. You guys are some busy ladies, my goodness. And then this one here is from Heather Fisher, who is going to go and do some gardening, it sounds like. That was just tuned in here. So thank you, Heather, for this beautiful card. And this is from Heather Riegert. So those are just wonderful. So we had a little card exchange the other night at our social. Okay, and so here is, I'm just going to briefly show you the card that we're going to make today, and then I'll show you the other cards that are involved in this month's card kit and what is part of that. So it's the Playing with Patterns suite that I'm using. This is a card we're going to make today, and this is also included in your, or in the packets for this month's all occasion class. That can be signed up. There'll be a link in this video comments after, or it'll be sent in this month's email. This card is also included. Everything is cut out ready for you. The only thing not included is stamps. And as you can see, there's actually no stamped images on these two. And look at how fun this is. These will be on some raised up foam. And it's our regular Night of Navy paper, and then it's on foam. In the video, that'll be sent to the people that order it. You'll get a tutorial on how to do these ribbons behind. It's real easy. And then we have this lovely card. And then this is my favorite. So this one is the only one with stamping, which you could easily, if you don't have this stamp set, switch up with another one that you maybe already have. So isn't that cool? That's a little bit of a fun fold. Just nice, fun, and bright. I just can't get enough of this card. This card, I cased the concept and idea from my friend Brenda Nelson. She is out of Canada, and if you want to look her up on Pinterest, she has fabulous boards. It's Stampin' in My Stretchy Pants, I believe, so it's Brenda Nelson. So this is the one we're going to do today. I will slowly show you how to do that and tell you a little bit about these letters. And again, I'll show you this foam stuff too, because we have two new adhesives in this new annual catalog that are really great for working with these letters. So let me bring in the supplies. And so here is the paper included with the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. So in the kits that I'm talking about, what it's going to involve is a half a package of the paper. I'm going to also show it this way since it's a 6x6. So 2 sheets of each one of these designs. And then you're going to get a half a pack of these amazing Playing with Pattern resin dots. And they're not too thick, so I don't think any trouble with mailing with these on there. And then a half a package of these ribbons. So these ribbons come in a combo pack with all 3. So in the kit, you'll get a half. So basically a half a package of everything involved in this collection and suite. And let me show you, this is a stamp set that goes with the collection. And then these are the letters. And what I want to tell you about these letters is they are the perfect size for cards. In the past, we've had letters that I love, but it really only allowed you to put 4 letters or so on a card. These letters are small enough that it's no trouble putting more than that, because they're, it works great. This is an inch piece here. So, you know, they work great on about that size. And the really awesome part is the more popular letters, there are 2 of. And then on the sheet that of course, they come in a clear sleeve envelope. But the nice thing about it is when you take them off, you see here, this is where it goes. So now I know exactly where to put it back. So I know if I'm missing anything after I go through. As you see here, I'm missing a T. It must still be over on my Big Shot or my die cutting machine. So that's really cool. So sometimes I don't end up putting them back on the sheets, or I'll put them on a magnetic sheet. But these I think I'll keep on there because it has that pattern in the background. So I know exactly where they should go. And now I will walk you through the measurements of the card that we're going to make today. All right, so this I am going to cut the long way here. And so I'm cutting it at 4 1/4. So this is Coastal Cabana, 4 1/4 by 11. And if you'd like to pre-score it, you would score it at 5 1/2. And I'm going to use the bone fold to crease it so that it'll sit nice and flat. And then our next layer, I have pre-cut, and this is a crushed curry, and I cut it at 5 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then we have our beautiful designer series. You could do it on either side, but I like this one here. And so this was a 6 by 6, and I cut it down to 3 by 5 1/2, and I can get 2 cards out of each sheet, and then still have a little sliver of designer series left over. And I will use my Stampin' Seal. And I just noticed I flung the Wink of Stella I want off of my table here, so I might have to go behind here and find it. And so this is going to be even on both of the long ends, and then overlap by 1/4 of an inch here. So it just gives us a nice little peek of that crushed curry. Let me grab that Wink of Stella while I'm thinking of it. Otherwise I will forget to put it on. I will be right back. Oh, let's see if I can reach it. You know what? I can't. It's like way behind, but I happen to have a new one here. So what I will do, I don't know why I had a new one just laying there. I will show you how to open the Wink of Stella. Sometimes that's an issue. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go with the ribbon. I'm going to do that next so I can get all the little pieces out of the way before I do the letters, and I'll show you about the letters. And so what I'm going to do is find a scissors. That's one thing I always forget to grab. So hold on again. Okay, and so I'm not going to worry about measuring this. If you were, though, it would probably be about, because this is 3 1/4, you'd want it about 4 1/2 inches. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to put it at about the halfway point. There we go. And put it straight, and then I'm just going to flip it over. I'm not going to put any adhesive on the front. And I'm just going to take some regular Scotch tape to tape it on the back. And then I have it, you can see where I can lift this up. And if you've watched before, I've showed this before, but this is just a great way to use some ribbon without having to worry about tying an actual bow. And so now all you have to do is slide this piece underneath there. And I'm going to tie a knot. And then I can maneuver this. I can move it around wherever I want it before I tie it real tight. And I'm just going to do it one time like that is all. And then something fun I thought about this ribbon, since, I don't know, it's just so fun and cheerful. What I wanted to do, I'm going to trim it a little bit this way first. And then what I did, just to make it a little bit more, I want to to make that more even. I don't know if frilly is the right word. I don't know, just gave it a little more texture. What I did is I took my scissors and I just cut 3 strips, or 2, so I end up with 3 strips, just to give it a little bit more, I don't know, more fun, I guess. There we go. Isn't that cool? So that's just fun how it is. That's a nice, nice ribbon. I really like that. And so what I'm going to do now is just attach this on with my Stampin' Seal Plus. I got stuck there. I am loving this plus. Every once in a while I had an issue. I think I was, so this is a learning thing. If I push too hard, I think I'm used to pushing so hard. That's how sticky it is. It kind of pulled that up a little bit because I was pushing too hard. So if you have that, that could be why it does that. But I've only had that happen once or twice and I realized what I was doing. So it goes on nice and light. It's real smooth. All right. And so now next we have to do our letters. And so what I have here is a piece of Calypso Coral. And I have it cut to 4 1/4 by 1 inch. And I'm going to show you how to put those adhesive. So I already have my letters cut out. So as you can see, all the letters for that class are going to be ready to go for you for each project. But let me show you the adhesive sheets. So the adhesive sheets are quite the value. I think it's $10. You get 12 sheets and they're pretty big. They're 6 by 12 inches. And I cut out all of those plus a whole another probably 10 sets out of 1 sheet of these. And so what I found worked best for running through my die cutting machine is to cut it down, cut my paper that I'm going to put on here down to about 6 by 4 worked pretty good. And then I'll show you. So this is the adhesive sheet. And if I can remember here, I just did this yesterday. All right. And so this is the part that's not sticky now. So it comes out in about 2-inch it'd be 2-inch sections. And what I'm going to do, and now, so you could do 2-inch strips if you'd like, but I'm going to just get a whole sheet of it ready to go just to show you. And it is very sticky. So what I would recommend, if you have this here where it overlaps, before you run it through, if you're going to cut it with your paper trimmer or before you run it through your die cutting machine, I would trim it off here a little bit so that it doesn't stick to your machine or to your plates. There you go. So now it's ready to go. You have a sticker on the back. So now you've made any of your paper a sticker. And then you can run them through your die cutting machine. And voila, you have all your thank yous. So of course I'm not going to use all these today. Those are ready to go for class prep. So that's what I'm working on later today. And now let me show you here. And so then they peel off real easy. Now we'll see if I can get them to peel off real easy when I'm on the camera. Yesterday when I did it, I had no trouble. But nobody was watching me yesterday. So of course today it's not going to go as easy. And there we go. And I didn't have, so I've done up a few of these cards so I know about where my spacing needs to be. The nice thing on this, because I did have it overlap to each edge of the card, is you could trim each side down if you would like. After you put them on, you don't have it even. But a good thing to do is to lay it out first, so you know about how much you want to leave on the edge. Oh, it looks like the line that I grabbed of the thanks, I don't have a K on that one, or it might have fallen off, so I'll have to grab one from another card. And then also, yeah, it's not a bad idea to double check your layout first to make sure that you have all your letters so you're spelling your words correct. So you could really spell out anything that you wanted. This sticky back stuff is so easy to work with when you're working with really small die cuts. It is definitely a game changer. You know, sometimes I know myself, and I know I'm sure some of you too, you veer away from some of those intricate dies because it is so hard to stick them on. But this really takes all that out of play. And as you see, as I get going here, they are easy to get that to peel off. I must have just had to get warmed up a little bit. So here, as you can see, now my thanks, I'm not too, I wasn't too terribly even, but I don't really care for how this is too close, and so that's a little off. So what I'm going to do is trim just a little slice of that off. There we go. Now I have it nice and even. And that's why I left it the full size a little long. And so you can do it either way. So like this one reaches all the way to the edge. And let me find another card that I did. And this one is slightly off. So they both look great. So it really just depends on what your preference is. I kind of like it this way a little bit better. And then to finish this card off, I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. I guess I said to finish off. I have a couple more steps I want to do yet. And, oh, let me move these out of the way. And so if you get our dimensional sheets, I want to share that too, since I'm sharing all about different adhesives. This is how they come. You get 3 sheets in a package. I think the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals have just the right dimension. There's not too much. It's just the perfect height to add texture to your cards. But they come like this, and of course they have edges. So I want to share, because when I first started, I didn't really think about that, is that I use the whole sheet. So after I get to the edges, I just snip the edges. And that's what works really great when you have smaller things. You can make them as big or as little as you would like. So like these, I left a little bigger, so then I don't need to put quite as many on. And then I'll just put one regular one in the middle. And then we're going to add those dots and a little Wink of Stella. So this looks good. I think this is great. I think this card is perfect. But, you know, me, I like to have a little sparkle on my cards whenever there's the opportunity. And I really enjoy Wink of Stella on darker colors like black, this night in navy. All right, so this is a brand new Wink of Stella. So I'm going to have to be very careful with this as well. So when you get it, okay, I should back up. When you get a Wink of Stella, it comes like this. What you need to do is, there is instructions, but like many of us, we don't really like instructions, do we? Then you pull this ring off and throw that away. And then you twist it back on. See, now it closes a little bit farther. And then you pull it off and it's ready to go. And ready to go, but I happen to have, oh, hey, do you remember when we made this? This just happens to be sitting out. I'm going to just, this could have a little, I don't want to waste my Wink of Stella. So I'd either practice on a scratch piece of paper to get it started. But here, looks like it's going. And so you squeeze it just a little bit here, but not too much. Because what can happen if you do too much, we'll see, is it'll start coming out in a big blob if you do too much. So less is more to get started. There we go. Oh, now I got some purple on there. Okay, there we go. So I've got it started. Pretty good. And I'm doing it on navy, so it doesn't really matter there. And so then I'm just lightly going to brush over the top of these letters. You see how that adds just a little bit to this card? And I'm not pressing at all. I'm not pushing to get more glitter out. This is just how it comes out after you get it started. And then once it gets kind of weak again, and it doesn't seem like there's much glitter on your tip, I go back to the scratch piece of paper, squeeze it, and then color on my scratch piece a little bit to get it going again, and then I go back to my project. I don't ever like squeeze it while I'm coloring on this project, because that's where you can end up, you can have this beautiful card, and then let me tell you, I've learned. So I shouldn't say that I don't do that. I have done that in the past, and I have learned, because I've ruined some really pretty cards where everything is perfect on it, and then I blob out my Wink of Stella all over the place. So I've learned to always use some scratch paper to get it going, and then color on my project. And last but not least, I'm going to add these resin dots. For gems, I do like to use this, the putty end. I did do some practicing with these resin dots, and it seemed like the other end worked a little bit better for these, so I'm going to use the needle end. And I'm going to just put 3 of these, and there's 3 different sizes. I'm going to use all of the crushed curry ones for today's. Oh, if I can get it off of there. Let me try that again. Okay, maybe it's not going to work for me today. And I'm just going to do in a little triangle cluster. Now I have a smaller one. Let's see if that'll work. There we go. So the smaller one, that putty end, worked good. So there you have it. There is today's card. I hope that you like that. And oh, let me just show you one more thing. So if I can find the right card. Of course, I set the cards aside. Maybe I was too busy today to be fully prepared. All right, so just keep taking a look at that card. I have a couple more things I should show you. Because I was going to stamp in the middle. And I was going to bring in the cards just to share one more time. So yeah, we better do a little stamping in the middle. So this is a photopolymer. And, oh, although that's not going to work because it says cue the confetti. So I'm not going to stamp in the middle. That was for a, well, I still can. I'll just save it for another card. I don't know what I was thinking. So in that stamp set, it has all, it's pretty much all the textures. So I will be sharing some cards that I made with those. But this cue the confetti, I guess you could for a thank you card. As long as I have it out, I will just stamp it. And then I'll put it into the birthday card. If I can find what I did. Oh, yes, that'll be perfect. All right, so this week I don't have any more events going on. Except for this card class to go will end at the end of the week. If you have not yet signed up for the BOGO sale if you're local, be sure to do that. That is next week. If you have a VIP invite, you would have already received it, and that will be on Wednesday, and everyone else is welcome to shop on Thursday and Friday. And then I will be posting a few of the things for sale on this new site that I started. So be aware, I started this new site. It's called Fantastic Finds. I will share the link to that in the next few weeks or so for you to join that page if you'd like. I will be having some things for sale on there that are not just stamping, but it'll be some of my retired stamping things and then just some other fantastic finds that I have. So there, I added that stamped image into this card here. So let me bring those all in one more time for you to see. Again, this is this month's All Occasions class. And this is the card from today. And I think that was it. I was going to show those foam. Oh, that's what I was going to show. So the foam pieces are just right here. And that's what I used here. So the only trick on these, there really wasn't much other than I ran it through my die cutting machine 2 times. I ran it once and then back. And then you get these other fun, the foam things, as well as then we have those adhesive sheets. So these letters are so easy to work with because of those 2 things. Really, you take the worry out of it. All right, anyways, there you have it this week's projects. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will be back with you for a Facebook Live next Wednesday, July 22nd. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye-bye.